Enjoy this trailer from EA Sports as they showcase a brand new game mode for FIFA 17.
We've heard a lot about the talent of this young man, Alex Hunter. He had a wide choice of clubs to sign for. Today his journey begins as he makes his Premier League debut.
I haven't seen a kid coming out of the exit trials generate this much interest in years. I never expected anything like this.
Yes! A goal for Alex Hunter on his debut.
You're in the big league now. You have to raise your game.
You need representation, you call me.
Wow! Check this place out! Just don't get too carried away. It can disappear just like that.
Life doesn't always give you what you want, does it? I'm ready.
You'll get your opportunity, Hunter.
Just get me out there.
Oh, we might as well pack this season in now.
What was he thinking?
I want to stay and fight for my place. I won't let you down.
Alex Hunter, an outstanding goal. Welcome to the Premier League. This young man has everything.
We're gonna make history.
Incredible! Hunter!
My name is Alex Hunter. You don't know me, but believe me, you soon will.
So there's a brand new game mode for FIFA 17 called The Journey, and in this video I'm going to give you my impressions on what is sure to be a highly anticipated new feature for EA's franchise. Now if you watched the trailer and you're still a little unsure as to what you just saw, essentially this is a story mode type of player career mode where we play as Alex Hunter, and I'll give you more details on him in just a moment's time. In this video I'll show you all the details currently on EA's website right now, what we can assume to be true, what we believe might be true, and I'll also give you my opinions on this new game mode as well, and my impressions for it too. So EA Sports present The Journey, powered by Frostbite, and let's get underway. Before I start though, I do want to say, if you just want to see these screens for yourself and don't want to listen to me nattering on, that's totally fine, I don't blame you. Open the description up and there'll be two links for you, and those two links will be showing you the pages which you'll see in this video. So if you just want to see what I'm seeing right now, then just open up the description, click on those links, and you can just read them without having to hear my annoying accent. But still, EA Sports present The Journey, powered by Frostbite. So The Journey is of course what the game mode will be called, and it's powered by their new engine, Frostbite, which looks absolutely fantastic. So we're going to play the story of Alex Hunter, and let's find out more about him and also the game mode in general. So as we scroll down here, we can see EA giving some more details about the game mode. Live your story, experience life in the Premier League. For the first time ever in FIFA, live your story on and off the pitch as the Premier League's next rising star, Alex Hunter. Play on any club in the Premier League for authentic managers and alongside some of the best players on the planet. Experience brand new worlds in FIFA 17, all while navigating your way through the emotional highs and lows of The Journey. Very clever. So yes, we're going to be playing as Alex Hunter in the Premier League. Now the first thing I'll say right away is that this is going to disappoint an awful lot of people, but this is what we assume to be true. It seems as though this game mode is limited to the 20 teams in the Premier League. So if you're a Real Madrid fan, or a Barcelona fan, or a PSG fan, or a Milan fan, or any club outside the Premier League, a Millwall fan like myself, any club outside the Premier League, unfortunately it seems as though you're not going to get to play for your favourite club. So for me, for example, I can't rock up as Alex Hunter at a Den and hope to make a mark in League One. It's just not going to happen. So essentially we are stuck with the 20 Premier League teams. Now the first thing I'll say is that despite the fact that will disappoint quite a lot of people that would want to play as their favourite team outside the Premier League, this is still pretty good. This is still pretty good. We're not limited to just one team in the Premier League like Manchester United or Chelsea or Man City or Arsenal. We can play as any of the 20 teams in the Premier League. That's still pretty impressive, I would say, for a first go. So that's still pretty cool, despite the fact that it might disappoint quite a lot of people that you can't play outside of the Premier League. But essentially, as you can see right here, we're going to be playing as Alex Hunter, and right underneath this, we can see here it says experience brand new worlds in FIFA 17, all while navigating your way through the emotional highs and lows of the journey. So essentially this may be a story mode, but it seems as though you're going to be able to basically make your own decisions, and you'll see why I think that in just a moment's time. And well, I can only imagine that's going to be true. But anyway, let's move on and let's meet Alex Hunter. So essentially, we're going to be playing as this guy right here. His name is Alex Hunter. He's a Premier League prospect, and let's introduce him. A touted prospect, Alex Hunter is on a journey to make his mark in the Premier League. Emerging as one of the best young prospects in the academy, the expectations are high, and the opportunity is there for Alex to perform on the world's biggest stage. Will you deliver? Well, let's meet Alex Hunter and let's find out more about him. This is the character we'll be playing as. Alex is a 17-year-old from humble roots in Clapham, London, who has football in the blood. Guided by his grandfather and the English legend Jim Hunter, 20 goals in the 1966-67 season, Alex has a name that carries weight in football circles, obstacles to overcome, and a personal legacy to build. Very interesting. Alex now has a promising football career in front of him, but how far can he go? That's up to you. Now, this is the really exciting thing about it, because even though we're going to be playing as Alex Hunter, and it seems as though we won't be able to customize the guy, give him our own name and personalize his looks to make sure he looks a bit like us, you know, use game face for example, you know, we'll be playing as this character. At the very least, the story isn't going to be the exact same every single time you play it, because it looks as though we are going to basically determine the fate of this young 17-year-old. You know, we can have a really good career for the guy, or we can have one which never gets off the ground, or any number of possibilities. So we know about Alex Hunter, we know who he is, 17-year-old, that's who we play as. But again, the disappointing thing about this is what I just touched on a moment ago. It seems as though we're not going to be able to customize Alex to make him more like us. Now, of course, that does mean that if you play 2K, for example, and you play My Career, you know that when you start your My Career, you can make the guy, whoever it's going to be, basically look like you. And, well, I mean, in the last one, you can't exactly make him exactly like you with your background, but he can look like you at the very least, and he can have your name, and essentially, so you're playing as yourself in the game. In this story mode, you're not going to play as yourself, you're going to play as Alex. Now, that's going to disappoint quite a lot of people because the customization is extremely limited. Now, you'll be able to determine actions and, of course, how you perform on the pitch as well, and more on that in just a moment's time. But if you're sitting here watching this video and thinking, I'm excited for this game mode, it looks as though I can play as myself in the game and be the star, it's not going to be you. You're going to play as Alex Hunter, and it seems as though it's limited to that. You're not going to be able to change your name, change your appearance. You just are this 17-year-old from humble roots in Clapham. If you weren't born in Clapham, well, tough luck. That's where Alex was born. You're playing as Alex, not as yourself. So you may be a little bit disappointed about that, but at least you can change his actions, change his personality, and make it more like yourself, or just in general, make it how you want him to be like. So let's scroll down a little bit here, as you can see right now. It's a new season, and touted young academy prospect Alex Hunter is looking to make his mark in the Premier League. But this season you decide which team he plays for. You make the decisions off the pitch, and you shape his career with your performance on the pitch. So just as I touched on a moment ago, there we can essentially determine what type of career Alex Hunter has. He can become the next big thing in world football, or he could be a complete fraud. Like, we get to decide based on our performances and the decisions we make off the pitch as well. So just briefly here, powered by Frostbite, The Journey is a new cinematic narrative mode in FIFA 17 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC that lets you make your mark in a true-to-life experience as a professional player. So if you're playing on old gen, if you're playing on PS3 or Xbox 360, bad news, this game mode is not going to be available for you. Now, that's quite disappointing, because I know lots and lots of people still playing on old gen. If you are, then unfortunately this game mode will not be available on your platform. Now that's a bit of a shame, because again, I know a lot of people still play on old gen, despite a lot, you know, moving on to new gen. Still, a lot of people do play on old gen, so that's a little bit disappointing to know that there's no watered down version. There's no, you know, just sort of a half version of the game mode. There's no game mode whatsoever. This won't be on old gen. That's a little bit disappointing, but that's just how it is, I suppose. But anyway, developed with Premier League stars like Harry Kane, Eden Hazard, and Anthony Martial. In The Journey, you can choose to play at any club during the 2016-17 season for real managers and alongside some of the best players in world football. So yeah, you're going to be able to play with what team you want in the Premier League, and if nothing else, that should be quite exciting. But moving down here, as you can see, your performance, your decisions, your unique story. In The Journey, Alex Hunter's Premier League career is impacted by your performance on the pitch pitch and the decisions you make off it make critical decisions throughout the game that will change what happens next and how other characters react to you. Will you put your team first before your own success? The choice is yours. Very interesting, because again, it seems that we can shape his career not just by our performance on the pitch, but our decisions off it. So skill level will play a factor, but also what will play a factor is your own decision making. So if we scroll down right here, you can see Alex is getting interviewed by an EA Sports interviewer, and he is asking him a question, and you get to decide what answer Alex gives. For this one, for example, you can either say the team played well together, on any given match day any team can win, or I always give my team a chance to win. So you got 3 different types of answers, one which is quite selfless, one which is quite arrogant, and one which is a bit sort of sit on the fence type, which is, you know, probably mine. It's sort of a mix between these two really. But you can decide what type of personality Alex has, and the most interesting thing about that is that these interviews most likely won't be arbitrary, they won't be just there for show. When you give an answer, what we can only imagine is that if you go down the selfless route, your teammates might react to you in a positive way. If you give the arrogant answer, they might react to you in a negative way. I mean, we don't know how they would react, but essentially what we know is that these interviews will almost certainly, or at least what we would imagine, make sure that there's a different storyline that develops around Alex, because of course he becomes a different person every time you play this game mode if you make different decisions. And that's the really fun thing about this. It means that you might play it once and you might go down the selfless kind of humble route where you're always praising your teammates and refusing to take credit, and your story could be completely different the next time you play it due to the fact that you start answering questions this way and you become really selfish, arrogant and cocky. So essentially, you may not be able to change this character to make him look like you and make this guy basically you in the game. You'll play as this guy and you are Alex Hunter, but you get to decide his personality, and it means that each time you play it, depending on your decisions and your on the pitch performances, the story could be different every single time. And that's really encouraging, because it means that, you know, you may play it once and just think you won't play it again because it's going to be the exact same thing. With this type of decision making, it could be different every single time. You know, it could be like Heavy Rain, for example. It could be different every single time, and the ending could be different every single time based on your decision making and your performances on the pitch. So that's really cool, and I must say that's one of my favorite things to take away from this. Really, the decisions you make could play a massive factor, and they will play a massive factor. So moving on to the last bit here, true to life authentic storylines. The journey will pull you through a true to life experience in the Premier League. It's a cinematic world informed and influenced by real players, personalities, locations and events to take you places you've never been and bring you experiences only available in FIFA 17. So there'll be storylines revolving around Alex, and that's really fun. Looks very interesting, and as you can see right here, some of the big names they've worked with, quite a lot of good footballers here: Harry Kane, James Rodriguez, Marco Royce, Anthony Martial, and Hazard, loads of different characters, Dele Alli, Marcus Rashford and Reece Oxford as well. Players who you may be able to interact with, or just players that have given their feedback on the game, or whatever else. Either way, just something worth showing regardless. And essentially, that is the journey. So yeah, I must say I'm really excited for this game mode, and I hope you guys are as well. So again, to recap, we'll be playing as Alex Hunter. He's a 17-year-old from London. He comes through an academy, and you get to choose what one of the 20 Premier League teams he plays for. Your decisions and your on-the-pitch performance changes the storyline, and every single time, all we can imagine is that it will be different based on how you portray Alex Hunter. So very exciting, and I hope you guys are excited for this game mode. I certainly am, and it should be really good fun. Now, to end this video, I firstly want to say a big thank you for watching, and I really hope you have enjoyed it. But secondly, I want to make it clear that a lot of the stuff I discussed in this video is speculation. We know quite a bit about the game mode already due to the trailer, screens, and details EA have released, but I'm sure some of the stuff I've assumed could potentially prove to be false, but we won't know for sure until the game is actually released. However, what we do know is that this game mode will certainly prove that EA finally understand now that trying to make their game more immersive can be nothing but but a positive step in the right direction, and the possibilities for this game mode down the line are limitless. Also do bear in mind this is EA's first attempt at anything quite like this though, so don't be too critical when discussing what we've seen, but do let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the game mode. Are you excited for it? Do you think it's unnecessary? Are you disappointed, optimistic? Let me know in the comment section down below anyway. But for me, I'm excited, and for a first try, it looks like EA have put a decent amount of work into it, and considering how much we've been let down with their lack of effort to improve career mode over the past couple of years, at least they've shown they do actually care a little bit about offline players by clearly investing time and money into developing this game mode, which in years to come, I hope, could prove to be one of the biggest features in the FIFA franchise. But that will do it for me and this video as well, so I want to say a big thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to see any of the stuff I've shown you in this video, open up the description and the links will be provided for you. And also don't forget to comment as well. Let me know what you think about this video, and also the trailer, the features, and also the screens as well. Tell me what you think. Are you excited? Are you optimistic? Hopefully you're as excited as I am, that's for sure. I really can't wait. But thanks for watching regardless. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do leave a like if you have, and I'll see you for another video on my channel very soon. Have a great day.